Awesome. All right. Welcome, everyone. It's your boy, Big Lloyd Dotson. Everyone calls me Big, and I am back from taking a week off. And I think, Rich, you sort of took the week off also, didn't you, my man?
Pretty close, pretty close. Yeah, certainly a good few days. It's been an interesting week, mate, an exciting week, and we're going to cover some of that off today. So, yeah, if you're watching this live or on record, sit tight because there's some good stuff to go over tonight, I can tell you.
Absolutely. And if you're wondering what this is, or if you're watching this for the first time, if you're live with us, all of the people out there, let me go ahead and do this. Let me take a view for everyone to see. Go ahead and wave, everyone, to all the people watching this live, watching it on recording. You'll see there we've got a good chunk of people with us today because we're going to cover iCoinPro and all about the matrix, all about the Enroll A Tree, all about the compensation plan, so that you're fully aware of how powerful this product, this educational and training program for iCoinPro, which is all about Bitcoin and other resources and cryptocurrency, education and training. But the comp plan is also pretty amazing. And we're going to cover that today in detail because this past week, we had our first full matrix payout for the month of May, for about a week, okay, in May, toward the end of May was actually the official launch of iCoinPro. And so the people who were part of that, who joined at that time, saw their first monthly matrix payment hit because matrix payments are always a month in arrears. We'll go into detail about that. But what we thought we'd do today is we'll break down not only how powerful the education and training is for iCoinPro, and talk to you about getting in the Facebook group. If you're not in that Facebook group already, we'll share that as well because it's a very powerful place to join. It's kind of a safe zone, is it not, Rich?
Yeah, that's best way to describe it, buddy. It's an environment where you can go and find out exactly what's going on here, even before you remember. You can go and check things out, get some. I call it social proof. You know, see real people, everyday people, and what they're thinking, what they're saying, what they're getting out of this. Because we're best willing world. Me and you can talk a good game, but we're not people who others necessarily know. You know, they want to go and see normal folks in the inverted
Oh,
commas.
yeah. Normal.
We're the abnormals.
Yeah, Abby Normals, as that Young Frankenstein movie. So, Rich, why don't we do this? So today, why don't we go ahead and get the disclaimer out of the way? Because even though iCoinPro is an education and training program, you and I are going to talk about that a little bit, but we're going to talk about the compensation plan for iCoinPro quite a bit. And that means we're talking about money. And anytime you talk about money and being a distributor or being a recruiter for or an affiliate program, obviously we have to do the ubiquitous, all right, big word there, right? Disclaimer, my man.
Like
so
it.
It always sounds much more fantastic, less intimidating when you say it as opposed to me saying it. Have I told you lately how brilliant you are, my man? Go ahead.
You've not. Do you know what? And that's been it's been missed while you've been off. So yeah, we need to catch up on some recognition. So yeah, basically results are not typical, guys. Whether it be with this or with any other business, your income is a direct result of your work ethic, of your business system, of your strategy, of your starting capital, of so many factors. We don't know what you're going to bring to this party, and so we can't make any guarantees. iCoinPro is not some Ponzi scheme, some sort of scam, some sort of pyramid scheme. It's an education and information platform. What you choose to do with that education, what you choose to do with that information, that's completely up to you. We hope you take it forward and crush it, but there's no telling either way.
Absolutely. As far as education and training go for iCoinPro, we consider it second to none. One of the wonderful things about this platform is you can choose to join it monthly at $39.95 per month, or you can choose to take advantage of the fact that they offer a discount at 6 months and 12 months. And we'll talk about that a little bit as part of the compensation plan. But ultimately what it is, it's an education and training platform to educate the bulk of people out there that may be you, all right, on cryptocurrency and its growing replacement of money as we know it. You see, digital currency is happening with or without you. And the question becomes, for as little as $40 a month, wouldn't it make sense for you to start to understand how powerful this emerging market is? Because when it comes down to it, knowledge and power, all right, create more money for you. You see, when you educate yourself about something like an emerging market, like cryptocurrency, like digital currency that's happening right now in our lifetime, right now, you have the power to earn from it. And what Paul D'Souza and myself and a bunch of other people with iCoinPro have done, along with great leaders out there like yourself and many, many others around the world, is to open people up to the fact that they can find that education and training anywhere on the internet, okay, if they go out and search for it. But what we've done here at iCoinPro is we brought it all together. We put it together in a modular training type of platform that allows people to learn modules as they go. And right now we're up to over 20 modules, and we have a quiz system. We have all types of stuff coming. We have, in addition, for no extra cost, what we call the micro profit system, which is another education and training platform all about learning, okay, about a trading system, okay, that allows you to take advantage of the ups and downs in the cryptocurrency market. So there is a ton of stuff that's included for that little $39.95 charge. And it is just a platform that is based on value. And if you think that you're continuing to receive value from that education and training, you'll continue to stick around as the modules continuously get updated. Because the one thing about cryptocurrency, both you and I know, Rich, it's ever changing, is it not, my man?
Constantly evolving, and this is one of the reasons I'm not a big fan of these, these off-the-shelf courses that you can buy. A static course, the stuff that's in it is going to be out of date within a handful of weeks at best. So an ever-evolving, ever-changing platform that's got the interaction of the CEO that like no other business. Paul D'Souza's absolutely crushing, showing people what a CEO can really be. It's a very different role that he's taken on board, and people are really thriving off of that. I think.
Oh, you mean like talk the talk and walk the walk?
Oh, he's walking. He's walking all right. Yeah. It's brilliant.
Absolutely.
But the other thing with this though that I think is really really important to mention, a lot of you guys, and certainly I would think a lot of the people that you know are going to be network marketers, multi-level marketers, affiliate marketers, whatever it might be. You're going to probably listen to personal development and be into improving yourselves. And one of the things that you will have said at some point in time, or you will have heard your peers say, is about the failings of the education system and not teaching us about money. And I've often heard it said, if I could go back to school, if I could take Wealth 1 and Wealth 2, Jim Rohn talks about, he'd take both classes. Learning about money is vitally important. And all of us and our peers say that we would do that given the opportunity. Well, if you've got people around you who are saying they do that given the opportunity, guess what they should be doing? They should be joining this gig, because that's exactly what it is. We're giving people what they've been asking for a long time. It's fabulous. But this shows more about the compensation plan, teaching about how the money works here. But I think it's really important that we touch first of all on the value of the product.
Yeah, because one of the main things, Rich, is it's wonderful to have a comp plan the way that we have, but if there's not continuous value on the front end for a product, see, because you need a product that continues to add value in order to continue to feed that comp plan. And that's essentially what we do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the host over to you so that you can share, so that we can go into detail about that compensation plan. Let me just say this before I do. If you're joining us live here for the first time, we welcome you. We appreciate you joining us. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change the screen, and you can do the same. And if you look at your gallery view, upper right-hand corner, you're going to see all of these people, all right, joining us on this training call because they want to know more about iCoinPro. They are already in it, or they're interested in joining it. And that's our job here each and every week when Rich and I do this training. This is not an official training through iCoinPro. This is Rich and myself training for all those people who are members or soon to be members so that you can fully understand. We've always felt that if you're educated about and you become a product of the product, you have a much better opportunity. Guess what? To have other people join you in your tribe and the membership because of the way the compensation plan is structured as a matrix system. We'll talk about that. It's to all of our benefits to not only be knowledgeable about the product, but also to work together, all right, to have us help you do the heavy lifting and selling to bring other people in. And so that's why we do this. We try to do it every single week unless we're on vacation to help all of you. So this portion is recorded. All of these people here, all right, are joining us live. If you're watching this on recording, what I want you to do is get back to the person that shared this link with you, because you're going to want to join with them. You're going to want to join their team, because we're all part of a bigger team, but they're the person that got you to take action. And that's most important. That's how we operate here. So don't go around and try to reach out to Rich or myself or any of the other big leaders directly. If someone actually shared their link and this recording, and that's what got you to take action, by all means, please work with them directly. You're still going to have access to us and a lot of the big leaders and the weekly trainings. Not only are we doing this, but as I said, every Monday, all right, Paul D'Souza and myself and some other people go through the modules, do trainings on each of the modules every single week. And then every Wednesday night, we always have a corporate wow hour, which is our weekly official webinar hour, where we will bring on monthly leaders inside iCoinPro every month. So this month we'll start to bring out some of our July leaders. Even though we're only 9-10 days into July, there are people that are jumping up and taking full advantage of telling the story about iCoinPro. So I'm going to say that again, that if you're watching this on replay, if you're watching this live for the first time and you're not a paid current active member of iCoinPro, please make sure you get back to the person that shared the link. So having done that, Rich, what I'm going to do is I'm going to now turn over, okay, the host to you, and let's get right into, all right, the compensation plan, and have people really start to understand how powerful this compensation plan is. Not only the education and training, all right, all they can learn, and the micro profit system, but how powerful it is if they simply continue to share the story of iCoinPro and bring people to trainings like this and bring them to the corporate events and all like that. And for that, okay, Paul D'Souza and iCoinPro Corporate are willing to compensate them pretty handsomely. No different than Amazon or Walmart or Microsoft or any other companies that compensate people through affiliate commissions, right, my man?
Absolutely, exactly. So what I'm going to do is jump into share screen, and we're going to look at just that.
Let me make you the host real quick first. There you go.
Let's click on this. Share screen. Let me know that you can see my screen and just make sure sound stays on.
And while Rich is doing that, again, keep in mind, as we're going through the presentation, if you have questions, go ahead and put those in the chat box. One of the great things about being on this call live is you get an opportunity to do that. At the end, we're going to, in about 30 minutes from now, we're going to stop the recorded version. So you people watching this as a replay aren't going to see the real fun, which is we do another 30 to 45-minute Q&A session unrecorded, where people can ask any and every question they want all about iCoinPro, the compensation plan, etc. And people absolutely love that part because they get all their questions answered. But you can only do that on the live version. We don't record that for the simple fact that we want you to be on the live version. So on that note, Rich, let us get right into the meat and potatoes, if you will.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So the pay plan, guys, is awesome. Are we biased? Yes, of course we are, because we're seeing the power and the benefit of it, not just for ourselves, but for our team as well. So what you've got within this pay plan is 5 different income streams. Now, here's the thing when it comes to MLM pay plans, when it comes to network marketing pay plans, affiliate type pay plans, there's a general fault that applies with them. And usually their pay plans are weighted towards one market or towards another. Because there's a few different types of people out there. There's your obvious big hitters, your people who've been in the game for a while, who've got big marketing budgets. And then at the other end of the spectrum, you've got your relative newbies, or your hobbyists, or your people who are just doing it for a bit of extra pocket money. And when you've got a big business that you're launching, you've got to make a decision. Who am I aiming at? And so what most of these companies do is they'll aim at one of those 2 arenas. But if you've got a pay plan that's aimed at your big hitters, aimed at your large-scale commissions or your large volume referrers or recruiters or customer gatherers, the knock-on effect of that is that it's very difficult for your newbies or for your lower marketing budget folks to make an impact and to succeed. Excuse me. By the same token, you'll have businesses that do aim at the newbies or at the less experienced the guys who are just getting started, but in doing so, alienate the big hitters. What iCoinPro's done is they've come up with a pay plan that suits all. And not in a jack of all trades, master of none type way. It's a genuinely good plan across all areas. So what you've got is you've got 5 different ways of getting paid. You've got, first of all, your Powerline bonus. And we're going to go into each one of these individually so you can see what's what with them. So you've got your Powerline bonus, which is up to $6 for everyone, with the exception of one person. And you'll see how that works in just a minute. You've got your fast start bonus, which is aimed at your kind of middle ground people. So your Powerline bonus is for everybody. Anybody can earn with that. That's for your newbies, for your people just getting started, but everybody benefits from it. You've got your fast start bonus. Is that your dogs, dude? Are they getting hungry?
Yeah.
You've got your fast start bonus, which is similar to what affiliates are used to. You exchange your time for work, or your leveraged time for work. You get paid once you've made a sale. So that's for getting members. You've got duplication on your fast start bonus. So you've got an ability to earn from your members. And then what you've got at the top end is you've got your matrix and your matrix bonuses. So these two are aimed at your bigger hitters. These are aimed at your people who want to earn a lot of money, and you're going to see exactly how these work in just, oh no, you're not, because my screen won't change. 1 second. There we go. That's it. Beautiful.
Abracadabra.
Yeah, as if by magic. So your Powerline bonus, first of all, I've changed these slides only this evening.
I was going to say, Rich, see, what people don't understand is when we talk about an awesome new pay plan presentation, we work on this. We work on improving this each and every week. But because both Rich and I were both traveling, and I literally didn't get back until Friday, and Rich just got back this afternoon, even though we'd been passing notes back and forth like schoolgirls at school, we didn't get to actually sit down and put it together until a few hours ago. But, you know, thumbs up, my man. You know, have I told you lately how fantastic this is? Go ahead, man.
Cheers, dude. So because it's been very last minute and pushed for time, there's no headers on here. I want to make it really clear. This is the power line. Next week when you see this, there'll be nice headers on the top so everybody knows what's what. So
this
what you've got...
company, that's why it says company power line.
So what you've got is the power line works exactly as it shows in a line. The company at the top, the last person to sign up at the bottom. And as every waking second, every waking minute is going by, more people are joining this company. And every new person who joins is placed at the bottom of that line. And the line gets longer and longer and longer. It's a single line. It's the company's power line, not yours, the company's. But you are in that power line somewhere. So if we just take a snapshot of that power line, you see to the left-hand side, you've got you. Let's assume you joined at 12 noon. The next person who joined the business at 12:01, no matter who they joined with, it doesn't matter what country they joined from, where in the world, how, online, person to person, makes no difference. The next person from a timestamp point of view is placed immediately under you. And the next person who joined, same circumstances, doesn't matter how, doesn't matter where, the next person timestamped under you, and so on and so on and so on. The 5 people who've joined after you, no matter whose they are, they're considered your Powerline members. So you get paid a percentage of what they pay per month. You
without having to recruit a single person, because this is the company Powerline. So if you are an active and paid monthly member, then you get to participate in the company Powerline.
Absolutely. So this is something that anybody can do, and it's easy to say, well, $6, that's nothing. It's not worth it. Not worth what? You've not done anything. You're getting this anyway. This is the company's way. You may see this as a discount on your membership. You may see this as the company saying thank you for being a member. You may see this as the first ever dime you've made online. And this is what a lot of the successful people are starting to do. They're bigging up this little $6 as the first money that they've ever made on the internet. And what's the knock-on effect of that? What's the power in having something that actually works? You get results. People love to see success. Those that don't, get them out of your life anyway. But people love to see success, and this is your first step. I don't like using the word guaranteed, but it's all but guaranteed money because people are joining every minute of every day.
So you're paying for the education and training, and off the back of that, the company says, thank you, you're part of the power line.
You got it. That's simple.
Awesome.
That's simple. So then we have, so that's the power line. This screen will have a header on it telling you that this is your Enroll A Tree. So your Enroll A Tree impacts on a couple of things. We're going to touch on your Enroll A Tree some more.
So Rich, power line, company, completely separate.
Yes, absolutely.
Now we've gone over where we're talking about individual effort, your individual effort. Okay.
This is you as a person. So if this is you, dude, so Bigg is in the grey. This is Bigg's business. And so you can see Bigg has brought in 3 people. It's interesting we keep talking about that 3. Bigg's brought in 3 people.
Let's see. Wait, there's a promotion going on in July that says if you bring in 3 people, you get a T-shirt. But part of that is psychological because on our trainings, we talk about bringing in 3 people. Why do we do that, Rich?
The power of 3 is massive. You know, you can bring in 3 people. I know people who've brought in 3 people by accident. You can bring in 3 people with a little bit of effort. And if you can bring in 3, you can show somebody how you did it. And they can bring in 3. And so on, and so on, and so on. And the volume, the power, the depth and breadth of that business is then significant. But not only that, I don't suggest that people bring in 3 and then stop. If you can bring in 3, then you can bring in 6. If you can bring in 6, then you can bring in 12, and so on and so on. You do what you do. But focus on 3. Don't worry about the big numbers. Don't worry about big numbers. But let's assume this is Bigg's business for a minute. So this is about income stream 2 and income stream 3. So, oh, sorry guys, that's my screen doing crazy things. There we go. So what you've got here is Bigg's direct referrals. So he can earn commission off of their first payment. So when they join and they pay their membership, irrespective of which membership they pay, because they might become a monthly member, they might become an annual member, they might become a 6-monthly member. But when they join, what Bigg gets is a fast start bonus. And we're going to go into that shortly. So the fast start bonus is a chunk of money based on their first monthly, I was going to say premium, based on their first monthly payment, their monthly membership. Now, what Bigg can also get is he can also earn overrides on these people as well, the folks who are underneath. But that's subject to a certain position in the business, which we're going to talk about shortly. So you can earn money on multiple levels from people joining and that first monthly payment.
So based on my efforts, I bring people in, I receive a fast start bonus on the people I directly bring in.
Yep.
But you're saying I also receive some type of compensation on the people they bring in?
Absolutely.
Man,
absolutely.
Not my grandma. What a great competition. Go ahead, Rich.
So that's your Enroll A Tree. So I just want, there's been a lot of questions about this of late, especially with the first matrix payment. It's thrown people somewhat. They thought they knew it, they thought they understood it, but maybe they didn't. Your Enroll A Tree is everything from you down. Not
someone above you that promised you spillover. We're going to go into a real life scenario about that. Your Enroll A Tree is, think about your family tree that starts with you and your children and their children and their children.
So when you're reading the comp plan, if you read anywhere in the comp plan that you earn from your Enroll A Tree, forget anything that came from above. It's only what's going on below. And below starts where? It starts with you.
With you.
So if I can get, here we go. Right, okay.
Ooh, so, I tell you, this is pretty. Man, we made this pretty. Go ahead, Brett.
So we've got power line. we've got Enroll A Tree, we've got Matrix. This is the matrix. So your matrix is both what's going on in your Enroll Tree, so everything that you're creating below you, and everything that they're creating below you, and so on and so on and so on. But also what's coming down from above, spillover. The word that some folks are hearing perhaps a little more than they should, but
probably.
Yeah, spillover is fantastic. It has its place, but it is not a blank check, as
and it's
some
never
people.
a guarantee.
Mm-hmm. No, I want to give a really good example in a minute, if that's all right, dude. I'm sure we'll have time.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
if you look at this here, because when you join, you don't know where you are in whose structure. You know, you can join and think that you've joined the biggest hitter in the land, but you don't know where you are in that big hitter's organization. Let's say, for talking's sake, well, first of all, let me just talk through this image.
Yeah, let's get them to understand this. Then we'll go specific, Rich.
Yeah. So everyone, when you start your business, you are bringing people in. If you're recruiting, if you're referring, and that's what we're talking about here with this part of the compensation plan. The matrix structure within iCoinPro is based on business dropping down 2 legs. So actually thinking about it, that picture's probably not quite ideal. But what you've got, in fact, on the next picture, have I got it better? I believe I have. 1 second. Yeah, that'll confuse things a little bit. I'll tweak this. I'll tweak this a little bit more for next week. So forget that middle section for a second, guys. Yeah. So
left and right. Yep.
Yeah. So what you got is you've got a left leg, you've got a right leg. You've got 2 legs in your business, in your matrix structure. And so when you join, what the system is going to do is anybody who joins you, the system is going to place them into your structure. Yeah?
Yep.
So
left to right.
Left to right. So if for 1 second you look at this picture and you see the big blue one, that's me. Yeah? And so I bring in John. So John will go here on the left. And then I bring in Mary. Mary will go here on the right. Then I bring in Joanne. Joanne will go here where it says you. Do you see what I mean? And then I bring in Susie. Susie will go here under this one. Now, I really need to clear up this picture because this is going to make a lot of sense to people when they see it like this. So what you've got is spillover comes in and it goes 1 leg, other leg, 1 leg, other leg, 1 leg, other leg. And it fills the gaps from left to right. So the impact of that is if you, let's say we've got a big hitter joins today. Somebody who's going to go out and what did the top guys do last month? There was some up in the I said 200s.
Yeah, I think all the top 5 all did around 200. Yeah. So
right.
Let's say 200, Rich.
Right.
Let's say someone comes in July and they directly recruit and sign up 200 people.
So if they've got 200 people in their first month and you join them on day 30 or day 31, so you're the 201st person in their organization. The matrix has multiple levels of which they've been filling out as people have been joining them. If you're 201st, then you're going to be on their level 8.
Yeah, you're right. That's about 250 on that level, right?
Yeah. So if you're on their level 8, before you get any spillover from that person, they've got to fill level 8, which is around another 200 people. They've then got to get halfway across level 9, which is around another 200 people, before they get to you.
Okay.
And so you get your 1.
Right. So Rich, what you're saying, if the top guys and gals out there did an average of 200 people, all right, in that first month, I join them as number 201 and I sit back and do nothing. And then I look and say, why is there no one in my matrix? It's because they still have to get, what are the numbers again before I get spillover?
if we're working on that example, around between 300 and 400 more people before you see anyone.
So they'd have to double, almost triple what they did the first month because you're sitting there waiting on spillover. So now here's the thing, all right? That's why we said when you come into the system underneath someone, all right, the system is going to fill eventually from everyone. But in the beginning, that's why we talk about your effort. So if you sit back and you're not bringing in anyone and you're expecting spillover to come from those people above you that brought you in, understand you're not the only one sitting back expecting that to happen. Mm-hmm. So if you happen to be 201, all right, of that 200 plus people, it's going to take a while for spillover to automatically fill for you from that person. Now, here's the beauty, all right? The way the matrix works inside iCoinPro is it's working for everyone, but it's still going to take a large amount of people for you to automatically have your matrix fill up without any of your effort. And that's the part that people are finding confusing, all right? That you will.
It's a freaking brilliant system. It's a freaking brilliant system. It's not freaking brilliant for people who've joined and who are just joining in the hope that they've got a golden handshake somehow. There's work involved, whether it be from you, whether it be from the people below you, or whether it be from the people above you. And that work has got to be of sufficient volume to do what you expect it to do. You know, if you're wanting to benefit from the $2,000 plus that you can earn from the matrix without referring a single person yourself, then you need your 10 levels of matrix filled.
Which is?
Bear in mind what I just said. Level 8 alone has 250 positions. So you're wanting somebody else to refer all of those people for you so that you can earn your $2,000 a month for free. Is it going to happen? Of course it'll happen eventually, but it ain't going to happen in the first 6 weeks. If you want your business to be filled with over 1,000 people, well, actually over 2,000 people from other people's efforts, sit back and wait, because you're going to be waiting a while. But sit back and wait. It's not going to happen, guys. Not overnight. Not even close to overnight. Anyways, so for the people who are utilizing the pay plan and the people who are looking at building organizations and who really want to maximize it, then what you want to do is you want to work your way through the rankings. So I touched on the Enroll A Tree. The Enroll A Tree is part and parcel of. Let me just move I keep having to move the sides of the screen. That's frustrating. 1 second. There we go. So the Enroll A Tree is part and parcel of the rankings. What you need to do, guys, is you need to utilize your personal built business. So what you bring in and what they bring in and what they bring in and what they bring in. Building your team volume. So you can be an unranked member. So you've not been promoted in any way, shape or form, and you'll still qualify for some of the matrix payments, as I touched on. Up to $2,000, $2,064, I think it is, as a maximum. Yep. You'll be paid on 10 levels once it eventually fills out, and you can do that without referring anybody. Now, if you want to rank up to be a 1-star member, which earns you more money, you need to build a team of 3 people. Yourself, personally, you need to bring in 3. If you want to be a 2-star member, so again, ranking up so that it unlocks more commissions, then you need a team of 20 people. They don't all have to be brought in by you, but they do have to be brought in below you. Enroll A Tree.
Your Enroll A Tree. They start from you. So if you recruit 3 people and you help those people recruit 3 people, et cetera, then that's part of your team. But the Enroll A Tree is your team. So the effort starts with you. So if you sit back and you don't recruit, all right, or bring in anyone based on your direct sign up, then guess what? You don't have a team. That's the Enroll A Tree. It starts with you. Go ahead, Rich.
Exactly. So your 3-star, well, actually, before I move on, there's a shortcut to 2-star, mate. Yeah,
There is, absolutely.
So 2-star, you can become a 2-star member by purchasing your 6 monthly membership. So you can, as a 6-month member, you get a discount on it anyway. So you're getting it for cheaper. And as long as you become a distributor, so your distributorship, so it's $40 admin fee, $40 for your business administration, whether you're becoming a monthly member, 6 monthly member, or an annual member. So if you go 6 monthly membership, immediately you're qualified as a 2-star member without needing to build a team of 20.
Right. Now, Rich, why would they want to do that? Because you and I talked about people probably should look very strongly at upgrading to 6-month and 12-month. And the reason they would do that is because if you intend to bring in anyone directly through your link and then through their efforts, they bring in people, you're going to get compensated immediately on the people that you bring in, as opposed to waiting to bring those people in order to rank up. And so if you have any intention on sharing the story and building out your Enroll A Tree, then it makes all the sense in the world to look at a 6-month and a 12-month upgrade, because it allows you to earn, and we'll show you that here in a little bit, matching bonuses and fast starts and all that good stuff. The matching bonuses, all right, the infinity bonuses are all based on your ranking and your Enroll A Tree. Right, Rich?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to quickly pull up something. 1 second. No, I've not got time to do that, so I'll just go back to where I was. Bear with me a second. Right, okay. Back on screen share. Sorry, guys, for the tech glitches, but this was very last minute. Right, there we go. Back in the room?
Yep.
Right, beautiful. So
go to the slide you were. Slide down, double click. There you go.
Trying. There we go. Beautiful. So yeah, you've got team of 20 for 2-star. 3-star, you can do exactly the same. Shortcut. So you buy in as an annual member and take a distributorship, and that gives you 3-star status. So again, you're opening up higher levels of earnings, which I'll show you in a second. You're generating extra levels of income, and you can also do that from work effort, which is what it's designed to be used as in the first place. This whole shortcut option was just going to be a pre-launch gig. It was just going to be an incentive. But Paul DeSouza's made the decision to keep that permanent going forward until further notice. Who am I to question? Take advantage of it. I know most of my team are taking advantage of that in a big way, because to build a team of 100 people, especially if you're relatively new to the industry, that's a big deal. That's hard work. Or you take your distributorship and you buy an annual membership. It unlocks.
And what we're going to do is we're going to show you exactly why you want to do that. All right. So that if you work hard to just get 3, you're going to be paid as if you have a team of 100. And it's very important, which is why both of us were surprised, but we're happy that Paul DeSouza corporate decided that this was going to be a permanent fixture inside the comp plan.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, your Star Elite is where the big money opens up. That's where you get your Fast Start overrides down to infinity. These are infinite payments. So we're going to touch on them in just a minute when I manage to find the slide that hopefully I've not deleted when I was doing the rest of this. So we'll jump back to Bigg in just a second. And then, of course, you've got Star Presidential, which is going to take even the biggest of hitters a long time to do. Each one of these rankings essentially positions you as someone more credible, so it makes it easier for you to build your business, and they unlock extra levels of income. So whether you work your way there or you buy your way there, you want to get there.
Yeah, part of what he talks about credibility is you can, with absolute sincerity, say that you believe in iCoinPro enough that you essentially upgraded for the next 12 months. All right, that's part of that credibility. What that does is put you and let people know that you're standing behind the product, but also that you are looking at building a business in iCoinPro by doing that. And then you get an opportunity to explain to people the power of upgrading to that 3-star. All right, that's all part of positioning yourself and positioning the company for longevity. And it becomes very important. All right, even if you've signed up no one at this time, but you have plans to do that, it's in your best interest strongly to look at that 12-month upgrade so that you can position yourself to other people that, listen, I upgraded to 12 months because I see the company being around, but I also see the advantage of being a 3-star right away. That's powerful stuff. It really is. Go ahead, Rich.
Absolutely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to very quickly show you the benefit financially of having yourself ranked up. It is going to be quickly because this information, not that information, this information is available on your back office. 1 second, wrong one. Oh, bloody hell. Right, stay there 1 sec. Stop sharing. That many different PowerPoints open. 1 second, guys.
They didn't have PowerPoint presentations back in the 70s, and Rich is still stuck in 70s mode. So
yeah. Right, so it's not that one, not that one. Right, so it's that one. Yeah, that's why. Right. Okay, so Rich is a Burke and he pressed share
that's
from the start and it threw it.
You don't have to be a tech savvy guru in order to do well with the compensation plan. Once you understand it.
There we go. Beautiful. Right, so I'm going to fly through these slides because these slides are available in your back office. You don't need me to dwell on these, but I've just touched on the fact that you need to rank up. Here's why you need to rank up. Here's why you should be buying in at 2-star or buying in at 3-star or working your ass off to get to one or the other of those.
You know why you need to rank up for that? So you can pit people with the money hammer.
I thought the money hammer had been lost in the house move.
No, this is why you rank up, because you want to take advantage of this right away. And so Rich will go through this quickly, but this is all in your back office. But once you start to understand how powerful this is, you'll understand why you want to rank up and start to use that credibility with other people. Go ahead,
exactly. Rich. All I want you guys to do is look at these tables and look at the money on the left versus the money on the right. You know, it doesn't take me to really go over the numbers for you to know the difference between a $10 sign up and a $25 sign up. You've done exactly the same amount of work. You've not done any more work, and it's paid you over twice the amount of commission. You know, and you do that on an ongoing basis, whether you're bringing in 1 person a month or you're bringing in 10 people a month, you're getting double the income and then some for doing the same amount of work just because you're ranked up. In fast start bonuses alone, the coded infinity bonus that we touched on, yes, you've got to be star elite in order to unlock it. And at the minute, there's the only star elites that's on the call is Bigg. I touch wood will be in the very near future. If you want to talk about fast start, coded infinity fast start bonuses, we'll touch on that separately. But it's good, let me tell you. The matrix.
Oh, there's the word sexy.
Again, look at the chart though. The left-hand side, you're only paid 10 levels down. Right-hand side, you're paid 14 levels down. Now, the number of times I get asked, well, that's only an extra 4 levels. How many people is there on level 8, guys? Do you remember? 250. There's 500 on level 9. There's 1,000 on level 10. How many do you think's on level 11? How long do you want to sacrifice these levels for? You know, I've got more people in my level 11 and my level 12 than I have in my entire levels 1 to 10. Yep. The volume is massive. Rank up.
We're only in our first month after launch. So again, we're having you see longer term here. Great education and training platform, compensation plan that basically says the company is going to have you be part of the power line by doing nothing. But if you want to make some effort at the very least, all right, they give you an opportunity to do so at a discount. And for every person that you bring in, it's going to take the same amount, whether you're an unranked person or whether you're a 3-star person. It's the same amount to bring those people under you using your sign up. So all we say is give yourself that opportunity. Give yourself an opportunity by ranking up, by purchasing that 12-month, and then work this business for 12 months. then talk to us. And that's the key
Yeah.
word, work the business. Go ahead, Rich.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I said on that post that I put the other day. If you're dissatisfied with the free money that you got this month, then work harder next month. Free money is free money. Take it. So matching bonuses, sexier. Yes, indeed. So these are bonuses based on the people who you personally bring in. So if you've brought in 3, as we talk about, 3 and 3 and 3 and so on, if you've brought in 3 people, whatever they earn here in the matrix, you get a matching equivalent bonus.
So wait a minute, Rich. So I get paid on bringing them in.
Yep.
But then if I help them or they end up bringing people in, I get paid on their work too?
Yep.
This is not McDonald's, is it? See, this is what we don't understand.
It'd be a Happy Meal if it was, man. I tell you.
Absolutely. This is what we're having a hard time understanding, that people don't grasp. Because your job, okay, is to work on those 3 and then help those people bring in their 3. And you're going to get paid on their effort. Yes, it's your effort to begin with, but you're going to get paid on their effort going forward. Guess what? Residually. It's not a one-time. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's powerful,
Monthly.
man. It really, really is. And again, like I said before, all I want you guys looking at is the number on the left versus the number on the right. If you're buying in as a 3-star or you're working your way up to a 3-star, you're getting 40% of whatever your 3 folks have earned on the matrix, just because. If you're a 3-star, you're getting 10% on whatever their 3 earn in the matrix, and 10% on whatever their 3 earn in the matrix. Now think about that for a minute. There's 2 people in your level 2, your level 1, sorry. There's 4 people in your level 2. There's 8 people in your level 3. So that's potentially 8 people that you're earning 10% of whatever they earn in their matrix, and you've not even brought them in.
Single month.
Crazy.
It is.
Going forward, the numbers are ridiculous, and I'm so excited because I'm in for the long haul. I'm an annual member anyway, and even without my annual subscription, I'd be in for the long haul. I'm hoping people see the same thing that I see, because as this thing fills out, as this thing blows up, as this gets traction, those 8 who we're talking about there that you get 10% on, those 16 that you're going to get 5% on, those guys are going to be earning a pretty penny in the matrix. 10% of something is good, but 10% of a lot, that's better. Time.
And again, that's where it comes into what I talked about. We all start building this, because a lot of people are reaching out to Rich and myself and other leaders and saying, yeah, but we can't do what you guys do. I can't do the meetings.
You don't need to.
Webinars. Just get those people to these. You guys see in the very beginning, we don't put our personal links up when we do the replays. This will be on replay for all of you to share. There are no Rich and Bigg links. No, it's all to help you. Your job is to get people in front of us and other leaders. Let us do the heavy lifting and selling. And guess what? You reap all the benefits. So if you can't even do that, all right, then I don't know what to tell you, because the truth is, all right, the product is fantastic. It's continuously changing because the space is changing. All right, there are live weekly trainings twice a week on the corporate level. We do these at least once a week unless we're on vacation. All right, and so there really is no excuse that all you simply need to do is talk to more people, tell the story, and get them on those calls, and then follow up with them. All right. And what's going to happen based on sheer numbers, the more people that you get to attend trainings and corporate webinars that you follow up with, that's the key. All right. Hey, what did you like best about the call today with Bigg and Rich? Ask open-ended questions, not shut and close, yes or no. Get into a conversation and then share with them. Absolutely, I think that's great. Here's what I liked best. Don't you agree? And then get them agreeing and get them on that free tour. Because once they're on the free tour, as you all know, they are connected to you for 90 days. There's a whole lot that you can do in 90 days, a whole lot, to get that person to understand its longevity. And that's going to allow you to, guess what, get them on how many, all right, training calls. Even if they don't do it, the fact that you send them a message, all right, saying, hey, there's a training call on Monday. Hope to see you on. Hey, there's a training call on Wednesday. Hope to see you on. Hey, Bigg and Rich are doing that compensation thing again for free. Doesn't cost you anything. If you still got questions, why don't you hop on? As long as you're the person sending the message, you're going to create that clarity connection with them. And if they make that decision, then guess what? You're going to benefit. All right? That's why we're very clear about that. But if you can't even do that part, if we do the heavy lifting and selling and you can't do the light, basically pushing and nudging, then no, you're going to have to sit back and wait a long time. You'll still get the power line, all right, which is fantastic. No other company I know of turns around and pays people just for being a member, all right? That's kind of like your gym there, where it's like, hey, join the gym, but you don't go to the gym, but they still send you a check for what? Being a nice person. It doesn't happen in real life. So that's one of the main things about the power line that I agree with Rich. How can you complain about free money when you've done nothing? So let's say you take a step forward and say, I'm really going to try to do something, but you didn't sign up anyone. Well, guess what? Okay, you're part of the matrix, but until you start to help build the matrix, you see that? That's the key. We've all got to help build the matrix. And that comes from effort of telling the story to more people, getting more people on the calls, getting more people on the free tours so they can see that there's value. Once they see there's value, ongoing. See, that's the thing. Rich touched on it earlier. A lot of the courses out there are fixed. There's 12 hours. There's 12 hours, etc. But they're fixed. They're paying $800, $900, $1,000 on Udemy for these courses that are basically static. Whereas here you have interactivity. Like when we stop, if you're watching this on replay, what you're not going to get is that we're going to stop the recording here in a couple of minutes, and we're going to answer every single question that everyone has live on the unrecorded version so that people understand how powerful this is, but they understand it from their point of view because many people are just confused right now. One of the great things that happens, like Rich talked about, when you grasp it and that light bulb goes off, you understand not only how powerful iCoinPro is on the education and training, because once you have that knowledge about cryptocurrency and how it's changing the face of money, light bulbs go off, all right? Once you do the same with the compensation plan, okay, light bulbs go off. And then you're as excited as we are because you understand how powerful it is. The company literally gives away 100% of the revenue of the first month's membership of everyone in that compensation plan because they want people to understand how powerful the education and training is, but they also, guess what, want to compensate you for sharing the story. And if you're not good at webinars, if you're not good at meetings, etc., then your job is to, guess what, just get people to the meetings and such that are available. Once again, there's a company that does live trainings for you twice a week with the CEO. We talked about it, Paul D'Souza, very dedicated, very interactive, very accessible CEO. He not only talks the talk, but he walks the walk. And the reason he's in the position he is because he started out just like all of you did, all right, at some point where he had no knowledge about cryptocurrency. But the light bulbs went off at some point a few years ago. And he took that knowledge and that power and he turned it into money-making opportunities. And then he wanted to do the same for all of you. So iCoinPro was created to touch 1 million people's lives, if only for the education and training that would give you the knowledge and power to, guess what, take advantage of this new emerging market. But then he did something even more wonderful, all right? He's giving most of the profits away as long as you're willing to share the story. And so it comes down to that. You have to make a decision. Are you a passive, all right, member who essentially is there for the education and training, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that? And because you are, if you've paid that administrative fee to be a distributor, all right, you're going to participate in the company's power line. That's their thank you. That's the fact that you're active. They want to compensate you. But if you choose to at least to begin to be active, and we're not asking you to be experts, we're not asking you to be gurus when it comes down to marketing. Hell, we're not even asking you, all right, to be the big leaders out there. But if you can work on introducing and getting 3 people to join you in the next 30 days, something magical starts to happen. Because once you introduce and bring those 3 people on, with the help of our efforts. That's why we're here. That's why we're doing this. We want to help you be successful. And then you teach those people to do the same thing. Because here's the thing that people always say, how did you do it? How did you sign up 3 people? You can be honest. Listen, I knew nothing. All I did was be a nudge and invite people to these meetings. And I followed up afterward and I talked about what they like best. All right. And then I just kept on them, because for 90 days, once they took the free tour, they were connected to me. It's that simple. There's no magic spice to this soup, all right, that we do, but you've got to take action so you can continue to be passive, and we love you for it. Absolutely. But if you want to participate in the matrix more fully, if you want to participate and grow your Enroll A Tree, because remember, we talked about it starting with you, you've got to be active. And finally, if you want to start to move up those ranks, there's 2 things you can do. You can work towards that, or you can take the shortcut that the company has offered so that you can get paid. You can be a 3-star, and when you start bringing in people, you get paid on those people immediately, not only in the fast start bonuses, but in the matching bonuses. And that's why it's so incredible that Paul D'Souza, corporate, iCoinPro, all of those, including myself, outsiders looking in when I first started working with him 12 months ago, said you're a little bit crazy. But I understand now why he's doing it. It's to have people see, all right, that if they're dialed in, all right, not only as members, but as distributors also, all right, he's going to be able to touch more lives much more quickly. And that's the beauty of it. And if that means giving the bulk of the profits to you as a distributor, then so be it. So my question to you, while we're doing this recorded part, all right, why aren't you taking advantage of it? Why aren't you taking advantage of it? Rich, anything you want to add, my man, before we go to the Q&A session? Today, it's going to be a little different. We're not going to have any people come out live because we covered so much, but we are going to have a Q&A on the unrecorded part.
No, I'm all good. Other than to say, as we stressed earlier, the PowerPoint tonight was very last minute. There's some key points that we needed to get in there. There's a couple of points that are not spot on or as easy on the eye. That'll be tweaked and straightened up for next week. So make sure to get loads of people on here, because it will be crystal clear with all of your feedback. You know, all of these after hours sessions that we do, the open mic sessions, the questions that you hit us with, and being able to see it through other people's eyes helps us to expand what it is that we're sharing with people, because it's got to be easily interpreted by all, not just by me and Bigg or a handful of our close folks. You know, so I appreciate every one of you who feeds back or interacts or asks questions that kind of highlight what else we can do to share that info with you. But no, other than that, dude, I'm all good. Looking forward to smashing through some of these questions and seeing what else folks have got to say once we kill the video.
Awesome. So all the people stick around, because we're going to go to the unrecorded part. I will say this, for those people watching this on replay and did not join us live, make sure you get back to the person that shared the link with you so that you can work directly with them. Don't worry. Again, work with them. We're all building the same matrix. All right. Ultimately, guess what? You're going to have access to the top leaders, the top trainers, all of that. That's what's beautiful about this whole system, about it being automated, okay, a forced matrix the way it is. It's a beautiful system. But I'm going to say again, get back. Don't try to go around. Get back to the person that shared the link with you. Work directly with them, and you'll be well taken care of. So on that note, we're going to stop the recording. So before we do a little trick. Do we not, Rich? So you want to take that honors before we hit the stop record button here?
Yeah, guys, everybody just jump on gallery view for a second. And, right, okay, so why is
everybody
there so
turn
many
on your cameras.
On?
Yeah, turn the cameras on. Turn the cameras on.
There were folks already doing it. They know the score. Some of these guys have been on here before. So, yeah, if you've not got your camera on, turn your camera on, guys. And in a second, I'm going to unmute everybody, because I think I've got a host. Am I on host tonight, mate?
You are host, yeah.
So I'm going to unmute everybody in a second, and what we're going to do is we're going to bid everybody farewell, just say goodnight, tell them they needed to be here, and then we will hit the stop button. So where's unmute all? Are we ready? Are we good to go? Raya,
on three, we're going to say you should have been here live. Count it down, Rich.
3, 2, 1.
You should have been here live.
Beautiful. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right, mute everybody and hit the stop button, dude.
Hello.
Oh, hang on. I need to unmute Bigg. One sec. Right, there we go. Are you back in the room?
Yes, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us. Join us again on our next training. But in the interim, the best thing to do is to take action. Getting started with iCoinPro is as easy as taking a free tour based on the link that someone shared with you. There's no obligation, but it will give an opportunity to look at the entire back office of iCoinPro and understand why we have over 10,000 paid members and we've only been live for 45 days. We'll see you on the next training, everyone. Take care.
Cheers, guys. Ta-da.